Time now for a first look at the weather forecast. Joining us live is NTV's Chief Meteorologist, Sheerr. Hi, Eddie.
Hi, Jody. Yes, I'm coming to you from central Newfoundland this evening in the perfectly centered community of Grand Falls-Windsor here at Church Road Park. And while the park is looking a little bit dark right now and there's not that many people mulling around, that is going to change in a big way here in the next little while. The park has been decked out with all sorts of Christmas lights and festive decorations for the holiday season, and these are all going to be lit up between about 6:20 and 6:35 or so, right smack dab in the middle of the NTV Evening News Hour. And from what I'm told, I get to have a little bit of a part in that. But right now we're just awaiting things to get rolling. There's going to be lots of festivities here in the park this evening. There's going to be music, there's going to be free food, and more importantly, the lights are going to be lit up, and that's a spectacle I'm really looking forward to seeing. From what I understand, the town here has put a lot of effort and a lot of time into getting the lights set up and decorated, and I didn't get to see it last year. I'm real excited to see it this year, and the weather for this, really, it couldn't be any better. It's not windy, temperatures about 1-2 degrees. We had a few flurries earlier this evening, but now things are all quiet here in Grand Falls-Windsor, and I suspect it to stay that way throughout the course of the evening. As we take a look at the temperatures and wind chills province-wide right now, we can see it's a heck of a lot cooler right now compared to this time last night when temperatures for eastern Newfoundland were in the 10-12 degree range. Right now we're looking at 3 degrees at Cape Race. It's 2 in St. John's, 1 in Gander, and -1 in Corner Brook with a wind chill of -4. We look at the webcams and we can see in St. John's, Grand Falls-Windsor, as I'm looking at here, the weather is quiet. Port aux Basques, the road is open. At least one lane in each direction is getting by. And in Corner Brook, we are seeing flurries of the onshore variety, and those have been ongoing all day. Some areas have seen significant accumulations around the west coast, and roads in the area are definitely slippery. So if you are going to be heading out, certainly keep that in mind overnight. Conditions should improve as we go into Thursday morning, and the snow squall watch that was in place for the west coast has been ended. And as you can see throughout the day, the onshore flurries were in and out, on time lapse that you can see there from downtown Corner Brook. As we take a look into Labrador earlier today, looking wintry but much calmer than the last couple of days, which is exactly what we're going for when we're trying to get things cleaned up. Satellite and radar picture showing that across the province things are quiet. A few showers skirting across the Avalon, and also we're seeing some flurries and some snow squalls, an area of snow along the west coast. But keep in mind, the radar on Marble Mountain is currently down. It's being taken, it's been disassembled. A new one going up will not be up until next summer, so we don't have radar imagery from the west coast for quite a while yet, but there are flurries and snow squalls on the go there right now. Looking down to the southwest across the Maritime provinces, things are quiet, although we are seeing some areas of snow, or a little area of snow rather, just leaving Cape Breton Island, and that area of rain and snow will work across southeastern Newfoundland overnight and may bring a light snow accumulation to areas west of the Avalon Peninsula. So here's Futurecast will take us through the overnight. There's that rain and snow pushing across the Avalon and northeast coast overnight, Huron Peninsula too. West coast flurries will wind down, and by tomorrow morning looking at some flurries lingering across the west coast, but they are winding down. As we get into the early morning hours or the early afternoon hours on Thursday, we're looking at a mix of sun and cloud pretty well across much of Newfoundland and Labrador. And then by Thursday evening, the snow begins to filter back into western Labrador, and that will set the stage for a snowy Thursday night into Friday across the Big Land, and more rain is on the way to the island. And this time it looks like the heaviest rain going to be for the Huron Peninsula and the Conagra area, where a special weather statement has been hoisted by Environment and Climate Change Canada for upwards of 50 millimeters of rain Thursday night into Friday, and we'll touch more on that coming up on the Evening News Hour. Lows 0 to -2 or +2 across eastern Newfoundland overnight, with some rain and snow likely for some areas, light accumulation. A couple of slushy centimeters certainly possible to the west of the Avalon and in the higher elevations of the Huron and Bonavista Vista peninsulas. 4-day for the highs tomorrow under mixed sun and cloud. Western half of Newfoundland tonight, -3 to +3 for the overnight lows. Warmest along the south coast, no surprises there. And then for tomorrow, flurries along the west coast. Otherwise, it's quiet and cloudy with highs 2 to as warm as 6. Into Labrador overnight, temperatures -7 in the southeast to -18 or 19 as we get back into western regions. And then for the day tomorrow, we're looking at temperatures across the Big Land. And across Labrador for tomorrow, we're looking at temperatures between 1 and -10 for the afternoon high. So certainly going to be a cool and quiet day across the Big Land. Now, joining me this evening from Grand Falls-Windsor, Mayor Barry Manuel. Mayor, thank you very much for joining me this evening.
My pleasure, Eddie. Good to see you here.
Good. Nice to be here. How are you tonight?
I'm fine. I'm waiting for that little flurry to start now, so we got perfect conditions.
Wouldn't that be nice? So what can you tell me about the park here, and how excited are you to see it all lit up?
Well, obviously, there's a lot of excitement for the entire community. It's the first big event we've had in quite a while due to COVID, so we're expecting a big crowd tonight. We've got the scavenger hunt for the little ones. We've got letters of Santa being collected for some volunteer elves. We got some free food there from a number of small businesses in town. There's entertainment. It's just going to be a great night, and it's great to be able to do this, and it's like a breath of fresh air.
It certainly is. You know, any kind of return to normalcy is always something nice during the times of our pandemic. From what I understand, this isn't the first year this park has been lit up.
I believe this is the third year now, and you know, I got to give a shout out to our entire staff who do a great job, and this year particularly a couple of weeks of hard work went into getting this ready, and you know, we know that it's a point of pride for the community. A lot of people come down here, will leave the tunnel lit throughout the winter, so it's not just the Christmas season, so we're looking forward to a great night. I'm sure everybody will enjoy.
And did a little bit more go into it this year than the last couple, I suspect, because of the first kind of time you've been able to get a big event like this on the go in a while?
Absolutely, and I think, you know, we're really gearing up for a lot of big events. We got our Santa Claus parade. It's going to be in the evening for the first time here, so there'll be lots of lights going on, lots of surprises, entertainment after, but we really want to try to get that community pride back. You know, COVID has been difficult on everybody, and again, we expect a big crowd here and look forward to having a great time.
And so there's going to be food, hot chocolate, and I guess, are there any special protocols in place for COVID?
Well, always. We want people to practice social distancing and make sure you're wearing your mask if you're not in your own bubble, and the standard COVID protocols are in place. But obviously, we got lots of space here in this beautiful park, and we don't expect that to be an issue. But you know, we hope everybody comes out. Maybe if you're just seeing this now, get on down to Church Road Park, because it's going to be a great evening.
Mayor, thank you very much for joining me. I'm looking forward to, I think I'm helping you turn the lights on.
You are,
evening.
sir.
All right, I'm always excited to do something like that, so we're going to do that on the evening news hour, so stay tuned for that from Church Road Park right here in Grand Falls-Windsor. And until then, I hope you all are warm at home, because I'm going to grab a hot chocolate and stay warm out here in Central. Jody, back to you.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Eddie.
Eddie Sheerr is in one of his favorite spots, his favorite communities tonight, Grand Falls-Windsor. Hi, Eddie. What are you doing out there?
Hi, Glenn and Jody. Yes, I'm out here at Church Road Park in Grand Falls-Windsor, and I'll step out of the frame here, and you can see a lot of folks now are gathering in the park. As you recall, during first edition, it was a much different scene. I spoke to Mayor Barry Manuel. He said there's going to be music, which is playing. There's going to be some food, which is being given out. And lots of people are going to come out as well this evening for the lighting of the Christmas lights here in Church Road Park. And as you can see, the lights aren't on just yet. We're going to light those just after 6:30 live here on the NTV Evening News Hour, and I get to be a part of it. But speaking about the lights, there are some logistical challenges that go into, I guess, putting this many lights up. And to speak to me about that now is Sarah McIntosh with Grand Falls-Windsor's Town Community Services. I think I got that right, Sarah.
Right.
Thank you for joining me this evening. So tell me about the lights and how, I guess the challenges of getting all of them set up.
Well, there was plenty of challenges, especially this year. We took about 2 weeks. There's probably 6 guys here every day for the past 2 weeks. We got over 80,000 lights in the park this year, which is more than last year. We also got a new section, which is Whoville, which you'll see later on tonight. And there's about 10 new wooden pieces in that. In the park overall, I think there's about 50 inflatables, and our wooden pieces that, face cutouts and all that. There's probably about 20 of those. And we got our hut back again, which is so great to see, because last year we obviously couldn't have it because of COVID and social distancing and everything. So that's exciting. And in terms of logistics, I guess the big thing for us is last night with the rain, everything is designed to basically short out when water touches it.
Yeah.
So we were supposed to do our tests last night and nothing worked. So a little bit of panicking, but we got it all fixed up today, and at 6:30, 6:35-ish, hopefully everything lights up.
Well, perfect. I'm really excited to see all the lights, and I'm sure you're really stoked to see so many people out here that also came came out to see
I
it.
am so excited to finally be back at this and to see all these faces, so I can't wait.
Awesome. Well, I'll be chatting with you after, and I'm going to be speaking with the mayor around 6:30, 6:35, and we're going to light this park up. It's going to be beautiful, and I can't wait to see it. As Sarah said, about 80,000 lights are just waiting to be turned on here this evening at Church Road Park in Grand Falls, Windsor. I'm joined once again by Grand Falls, Windsor Mayor Manuel. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. I also think we have another little special guest over here to your right, little Eva Roberts. Eva, thank you very much for joining us, honey. What are you? It looks like Eva's going to flick the switch. So before we do that, I guess, Mayor, is there anything you'd like to say?
Oh, just thanks for coming out again, Eddie. Has been great. Obviously, it's a tremendous turnout here this evening. We're very excited. Glad to have Eva here helping. Just 24 days to Christmas, and I think she's excited about Santa Claus, so she's going to help us flip the switch. And just want to thank everybody for coming out, and I hope they enjoy the entire evening. So without further ado,
well, I guess we can do the countdown. Yeah.
To come in on the countdown.
So the mayor's going to do this. Whoa, a little bit of feedback. Sorry, folks.
Okay, everybody, we're getting ready for the official lighting. We've got little Eva Roberts up here who's helping us. She's going to be little elf this evening. She's 4 years old, and she's going to help flip the switch. So what I'd like to do, as the lights go out, is in a couple of seconds, we're going to start a countdown. I'd like everybody to join in, okay? Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yay! Good job, Eva. Look at all the lights. From above. Mayor, thank you very much for having us here this evening. It certainly is a nice thing, always a treat to be out here. The vibe out here is energy. So we're going to do now, you did a great job. We are going to pop up top to the hill here on Church Road Park so we can show you all the lights before the newscast. And as we heard from Sarah, over 80,000 lights here in the park, and we can't wait to show you. And it's been a great experience to be out here in the community of Grand Falls, Windsor this evening to help them light all these lights in this beautiful park. Jody, back to you. It's a beautiful evening here in central Newfoundland, and more particularly in the community of Grand Falls, Windsor, here at Church Road Park, where the lights were flipped on not long ago. And as Sarah McIntosh with the town told me not long ago, there's over 80,000 lights here in the park. It certainly has that kind of community vibe here this evening. Lots of things going on, lots of kids out here having a good time, lots of food, lots of hot chocolate. It's a really, really nice evening with the music, and the atmosphere is great. I think what would make it nicer is a little bit of snow, and maybe we'll get that this week, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks it'll start to feel more like Christmas. But between now and then, a little more rain to get through, but again, hopefully more Christmassy weather before we get to Christmas. Jody and Glenn, back to you.